Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the But What Do We Know podcast. I'm joined today by my fellow co-hosts, Sean.
Hey. Why do you have to say my name first? Damn it, I was still laughing. Go ahead.
Tim.
What's going on, guys?
Alec.
Hi.
I almost said Sean again.
Sam. No, Sean.
Actually, I'm Sean now. Nice to meet you guys.
And Antonio.
So, Sean's here twice today.
Yeah, so we have two Seans, so this podcast is just going to go straight down dumpster fire.
He's going to get in a conversation with himself and it's never going to stop.
I'm working out. Glad you guys noticed.
Just a podcast, and it's stuck between a rock and a hard place.
It's Sean and Sean. They're both the Rock.
Just
Drain my
me and
rock,
Dwayne
Johnson.
All right. Unfortunately, John, I'm just gonna say we're not gonna have Jonah until further notice, just because of how his work schedule is. He's literally the only one of us all that can't do this on Sunday nights. But eventually he said his work schedule will change. So one day he'll be back, and we'll probably just want to stop the podcast after that.
Yeah, honestly.
So, for now, we'll pour one out.
Yeah, so we might as well just give out a good podcast for the time being.
Yeah, I guess so.
After that one that 2 years, the one 2 weeks ago. God, I can't speak, guys. This isn't gonna be well. This is not gonna go well at all.
This is not going to be well.
Today, Junior.
We're gonna start off with some sports yaunt. Duke lost today. Cue the celebration music. America wins.
Duke, I didn't even know her.
Nah, but
that one didn't even work.
So Duke lost in the March Madness tournament for NCAA basketball. The last four teams that remain are the two games that are left are number 5 Auburn versus number 1 Virginia, and number 3 Texas Tech, and number 2 Michigan State. Who do you guys have going to the championship?
I had Tennessee.
Okay, Sean, we can hear your fucking controller.
Oh, shoot.
Wait, what are the teams left? Virginia
Virginia
Michigan
versus
State.
Auburn, Texas Tech versus Michigan State.
It's definitely gonna be Virginia, in my opinion. Virginia and Michigan State.
Yeah. I have not had any faith in Virginia.
That's true.
Because, first of all, it's Auburn's first Final Four appearance ever. They're going to be playing their balls off. And
Virginia hasn't been
some of the games they've played, they haven't deserved to win, honestly.
They haven't been in the Final Four since 1984, though.
They're such choke artists, man. Every year.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what she said.
Nice.
No, that didn't work, actually.
Yeah, all right,
Yeah,
all right, we're starting from scratch. New podcast. All right, hey, what's going on, everyone?
This is Sean.
This is Sean. My name is Sean. I like Alabama. I think Michigan State is going to beat Texas Tech. They're coming off that high win against Duke. I think they're going to have a lot of confidence coming into the next game. This is me just I don't know shit about NCAA basketball, so I just know the last few games.
I'm calling Texas Tech because no one said it yet.
Yeah, I was going to say Texas Tech versus Virginia. Although Auburn might pull it off because they're SEC, even though they're Auburn and trash. Roll damn tide.
Hot take.
Auburn's better than Alabama.
Sean, you literally just said you had Tennessee going all the way.
Yeah, well, you know what? When's the last time Tennessee had a half-decent team in football?
Ooh.
Colt McCoy. The glory days, man.
Peyton Manning.
No, Cole McCoy played at Texas, not Tennessee.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You ding dong.
Yeah,
It was
Colt
Peyton
McCoy
Manning.
was
The
a
last time
Texas.
Tennessee was good.
All right, well,
I'd say Peyton Manning, yeah.
I'd say Peyton Manning.
So I had Auburn and Michigan State. That'd be I think it would be awesome to see Auburn.
Yeah. Representing SEC. Roll Tide.
That and just they're the underdog. You always got to root for the underdog. But
What seed are they?
5th seed.
Damn. All right.
Yeah, and Virginia's number 1 seed.
And then Texas. What is Texas Tech?
Texas Tech is the 3rd seed, and Michigan State is the 2nd seed. So
no first seeds again.
No, I mean Virginia's 1st seed.
Oh, true. Never mind.
Yeah. So that's that. Sam, you had some soccer news you want to talk about now. None of us know really about soccer, but Sam was.
I was playing the implications.
Luch on here real quick.
No. Yeah.
Oh God.
I'll explain the implications. So, how soccer works is usually, like, for the big European teams and even the American and South American, all the other teams, they have a tournament within the country where it's called their Premier League. And then they play each other. They play every team twice, excluding themselves. So it depends on how many teams they played. And the Premier League, which is the one I'm about to be talking about, has 20 teams. So they play 38 times a year, right?
Okay.
And each win is 3 points. Each tie is 1. And each loss is 0 points, which makes sense. So right now what's going on is that Liverpool is trying to win their first Premier League in I don't even know how long, against Man City, who won it last year and the year before, last year, and they're pretty close.
Okay.
So today Liverpool was tied with Tottenham, which is a team that I despise. I hate Tottenham.
Well, but doesn't a lot of people hate Liverpool and Man City?
Yeah, I also hate Man City too because they're fake. We're not going to get on that.
Yeah, Crystal Palace is the best team. Go ahead.
So today the game was tied 1-1 in the 89th minute because soccer counts up from 0 to the 90th minute and with a halftime at 45. In the 89th minute, Liverpool crossed the ball into the box around the goal, and somebody headed it, but it was blocked by the goalie, but one of the defenders hit the ball into their net and was an own goal, and they lost the game.
Nice.
Nice.
Wait, who ended up losing?
Tottenham lost.
Nice.
Which is good, because that sends them down. Tottenham's doing awful right now. But it makes Liverpool go and be up top, so it gives them good implications for winning the league, because there's only, I think, 6 games left.
I can go for some top.
But yeah, that's what I had to put in.
Sean,
It was insane how the end.
how fucked up are you?
I'm completely sober.
Sean's never sober. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's like the end of the first Avengers. You want to know my secret, Cap? I'm never sober.
The times that he is sober is when you think he's drunk, and the times that he's drunk, you think he's sober.
Yep. You guys see me drinking water?
No, the times he's drunk,
Except when
he's
he's
just
really
passed
drunk.
out somewhere.
Yeah, the times he's drunk, he's just wearing a Lightyear.
Penis on his arm.
Yeah, he's wearing a Buzz Lightyear
He's definitely
outfit.
drunk.
When he's sober, he's drunk, and when he's drunk, he's dead.
Pretty much, yeah. I was gonna say the same thing. So I've
Permanently.
got a. I don't know why. This made me think of Alec for some reason.
Oh no.
This news story I got for March.
I hope it's fucked up.
More than 1,500 live turtles found duct taped and stuffed in suitcases.
Wait, there's something Alec would do.
I think it was like some people trying to cross the border.
Sounds like Alex so far.
Were those people turtles?
$87,000 worth of turtles inside of suitcases.
Wait, how much does one turtle cost?
Those black market turtle
I'm assuming
smugglers.
of
Yeah,
$1.
maybe it's just one turtle. That's just really expensive.
1,500 turtles, bro.
Holy!
Yeah.
That's a lot of pockets.
That's more than. How'd they fit that in luggage? How many
Probably-
suitcases
They left them
are they getting
behind,
to the-
apparently.
You must have had cargo boots.
And someone just found them.
Sean, that's like 900 turtles a pocket.
How did they not, when security is checking those bags, how did they not notice that those things are full of turtles in the first place?
I mean, they don't make much noise.
They duct tape.
What's the video of the turtles having sex and one just goes, ah! What if you just hear a bunch of that in there?
Don't worry, I left my speaker on by accident.
What's in your bag? Not a turtle orgy.
No, so the violators may face up to 2 years of imprisonment and a $4,000 fine. Sean, you need to stop. You need to stop furiously handling your
Sean,
controller.
Honestly, God.
So, I only use semi-autos,
Just
bro.
put it down, Sean. Just put it down.
Put the controller down.
Dude, you don't understand. I'm
You
gonna
don't have
firefight.
to do this.
I'm gonna firefight.
Imagine going to jail over turtles.
Yeah, they better be careful not to drop the soap on that one.
Oh my! Oh yeah. I'm sure they're going into prison with huge targets on their backs.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of turtle lovers in there. You know what I'm saying?
What is it? Yeah, how does it go? Like, from worst to best, it's like, what, pedophiles, then
rapists,
turtle smugglers,
oh my,
then everyone else.
Then, sociopaths.
Yeah,
no,
serial killers.
They're kind of respected, though.
What do you respect, Sean?
No, I don't. Okay, I don't. I'm just saying,
you just said you don't, and then you said you do.
No, I'm saying, I feel like they are, in prison. Sociopaths
respected?
are, I guess it depends on what kind of sociopath you're talking here.
I mean, if they're mentally ill, that's another
that
story.
Are perfectly fine.
Honestly, sociopathic is the way to live.
Here I am trying to play COD World at War throwback, and y'all are trying to get me out of it.
Yeah, we're trying to do podcast here, Sean.
Honestly, I can focus better in this podcast when I'm going 4-13 in COD than.
Oh my god!
Honestly, I'm gonna go throw up.
Honestly, can we not play with Sean ever again?
No. All right, so.
I'm only here because your parents made you invite me.
You're not allowed to my birthday party, Sean.
You're gonna bring back his memories, Sam. Be careful.
Dude, stop. That time I said that to a kid for some
that's
reason.
why I said it.
We already talked about that.
I know. I need to. Dude, that's one of the 3 stories I
got. All right, so here we go, Alec. Unpopular opinion: Caesar's Pizza.
Oh boy.
Oh,
okay.
Oh boy.
Let me take a breath here.
Ooh.
Oh no.
It's about to get real deep.
I guess I'll take a nap.
Yeah. So this is about to be a 2-hour podcast.
Unpopular opinion: Little Caesar's Pizza is way underrated.
Wow. Yep.
Okay.
That was startling.
I might have to censor that, Alec. I can't believe you just said that on the podcast.
I effing love Little Caesar's Pizza, okay?
Unpopular opinion: Little Caesar's Pizza. Beep.
Redacted.
The only problem, I think, the only reason why people, it's cool to hate on Little Caesars is mostly because it's, 90% of the time inhabited by, crack whores. But, look, their pizza's effing good, okay? Their crust, I love. Dude, I just love everything about their pizza.
Now,
it's so good. It's I genuinely think their pizza tastes really good.
I mean, you can't even argue with their slogan.
Can I add a little bit here?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So, first off, are you talking the $5 hot and readies?
Nice.
I mean, that's basically all they make. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. If that's the case, I hate to say it, but you're wrong. I mean,
that they don't taste good. Dude, when was the last time you had Little Caesars?
Little Caesars is incredible. Okay, Little Caesars is fantastic, but you gotta know what to get. And frankly, the $5 hot and ready is just not. It's not doing it for me.
I always just call in and have them make a pizza because usually the Little Caesars I have that's here in Lexington usually doesn't ever just have pizzas waiting.
That's why it's fantastic.
Yeah, I agree with Sean. You go in there and you just get a pizza that's been sitting around for a while. It's not going to be good.
Yeah, it's awful. But when they're fresh, because I feel like the hot and readies, they make them at 4 in the morning, and then they just sit there until 8 p.m.
And they get
I think probably do. I've honestly never had a hot and ready pizza.
Yeah, there's a big difference.
Don't think.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. I always. Because I usually pick them up on the way to work, and it's literally on the same road. So like I'll be in the parking lot, like getting ready to leave, and I'll call up, and it'll be like maybe like a 5-minute drive or something like that. And by the time I get there, it'll be done.
Yeah, they
those are good.
Have you ever had their Italian? Have you ever tried their Italian breadsticks?
I have not. No, I've only ever gotten their pizzas.
Those things are incredible.
Guys, we're treading dangerously close to egg territory.
Dude, okay. Back to my point though, is because
salmonella is in the shells. Sorry.
Because it's perceived, because of the fact that it is just really inexpensive and cheap. I think people just automatically think that it must taste bad, or sort of have that kind of like that. Yeah, I guess just like a bias against it, just because they know it's cheap. It's kind of like that whole people are willing to pay like stupid money for stuff that's not actually worth all that much, but just because the fact that it's expensive makes it valuable to them, even though that's not necessarily like the case. And I think that works inversely with Little Caesars Pizza, where it's so cheap, people are literally just turned off by how cheap it is.
All right,
so you're not even like eating it. I think it's awesome. I think it's so good, and that's not even including the fact that it's cheap.
Folks,
I think it's good on its own.
Folks, you heard it here first. If you don't like Little Caesars Pizza, you are an elitist.
Yes, that is exactly right. I could not have said that better myself.
Oh my god.
Okay. So I've never had Little Caesars. How would it stack up against like Domino's or like Green Valley Carryout?
Yeah.
Okay, nothing compares to Green Valley Carryout. Let's just get that out of the way.
Okay, but it's Alec. Alec will find a way.
But no, okay,
Alec, what do you think?
I've never been a big Domino's fan.
Wait. So hold on. Let me put Green Valley Carryout in the context. Green Valley Carryout. So we all lived local to like the Frederick, Maryland area growing up.
Why just give my address?
Yeah, all 20 people that listen to this are gonna come hunt you down, Sean.
Yeah, and
steal all your empty beer bottles.
They're gonna steal all your empty pee bottles.
County.
Anyways, so in Maryland, we all lived local to this area, and there's this carryout place. And they made pizza, and like it probably doesn't pass health inspection, but holy shit, it is amazing.
You don't really have to if you're like a family-owned restaurant. They just kind of let you do what you want,
Honestly, yeah, that's what I love about our area.
Okay. Whenever I have that pizza, I just know that no matter how much water I drink before bed, I always wake up around like 3 a.m. and need like 2 whole glasses.
Yeah.
After eating pizza?
They're fries.
Green Valley Carryout.
Their fries are what does it for me, dude.
It's so salty, dude. And steak and cheese.
It's so good, though, man. It's so
much
good.
Food from there. It's so good.
Like when you eat Chinese carryout, and the next morning you wake up and you're just a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. You're swollen like that episode of SpongeBob when he pumps.
He's got the suds
up with the
yeah.
They pump each other up with like the seltzer or whatever.
So, all right, let's go back to comparing Little Caesars to some other pizza place.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm gonna say this. I've never been a big fan of Domino's Pizza. Really. When they went and changed their crust. Yeah. What'd they put on it? What did they put on it? It's like garlic or something.
A shit ton of garlic.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I think it's too much. I think it's overpowering. Personally,
it's like garlic and like more salt.
It's honestly like more filling. I can't, instead of eating like 12 slices of pizza, I'm now limited to 8. Like what the heck?
Yeah.
Well, there would be part of my problem with a Little Caesars pizza. I can eat that whole basket.
Yeah, you could eat the whole freaking thing, dude.
I want to throw something in there for you.
Like the square pizzas. Like
you guys gotta try this one out. So I know Lito's Pizza is kind of garbage. Go there and get a buffalo chicken pizza and a cup of ranch and try to down that whole thing.
That does sound.
It's actually after like a tough workout.
Yeah, I gotta say,
you feel like crap.
Dude, Tim, do you remember that one place we went after we played soccer, the like South Street, and we had that
South Street, the Fat Pat.
The fat.
Okay,
yeah.
So let me tell you about the Fat Pat. That Pat is a huge
That place was so good.
French fries, chicken tenders, and mozzarella sticks on it. Okay, I got another story. Hold on. So the chef from South Street, since they closed, now works at Whiskey Creek. My friend and I, he used to go there all the time too. This Fat Pats the other day, and I actually meant to take a picture of it and send it to you guys. They were incredible because Whiskey Creek makes better food than South Street did. So a Whiskey Creek Fat Pat, just unbelievable. Huge, dude.
So they make the actual Fat Pat at Whiskey Creek now.
He did just for us because we are in the know, you know.
Damn.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's real cool.
That's pretty nice of him. All right, so I got a couple of hot takes here for each of you guys.
Okay.
I'm gonna start out with Alec.
Oh boy.
And like what I mean by hot take is like you have to give a short like 1 to 2 sentence opinion.
Is this why you choose to
it.
go with Alec first, so that like whoever goes after?
Take 30
Are you offended, Sam? Do you want to go first?
No.
Sam, do you
I
have
really want
problem with
Alec to
where
go
you want this
first.
You know,
I'm
Sam,
saying
I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you this stupid one just because you said that. All right. All right. So Sam, hot take, sporks, go.
They're very convenient.
I wanted that one.
All right. No. What did you say, Sam?
They're very convenient, but I'm really concerned on why they're not called Fpoons.
Why don't
Fpoon?
Honestly, why don't people use sporks? You tell me, bro. Like, if you think about it.
Nah, dude. Fuck sporks.
Hold on a second, okay? The Fpoon would be a fork, like what do you call it? The needles. What do you call it? The poking part of the fork.
Prongs.
The prongs.
Yeah, the prongs. It would be prongs, and then with a spoon tip. Okay.
Prongs.
So have you ever seen a spoon that is slotted?
Yeah.
All right. Imagine that, but it's slotted all the way through up until just the tip. That would be a Fpoon.
Just the tip.
Okay.
All right.
All right,
I was thinking it'd just be a harpoon with a tiny fork end at the end.
All right.
Spork is superior though. Superior.
Nah, dude. Fuck sporks.
All right.
Nah, dude.
All right,
Stop trying to be
one.
two things at once, dude. Just pick something, be normal.
All right.
We're trying to be special.
Next
I'll
one.
remember that.
The next hot take is for Alec. Whole milk.
Boy. Dude, whole milk is this shit, okay? Why is it
Dude, Alec just exploded. Holy shit!
Dude, this is actually a hot take. This is how hot
This is a hot take. This
I
is
just
a
lit
hot
a
take.
fire in
Why
his
do you let
head.
me have to take that, you bastards? Okay, why is everyone trying to take the good shit out of milk, okay? Milk is good. Whole milk is good, okay? All this, everything that isn't whole milk is empty, it's sad, it's water. It's water, it's just white water. It's bullshit. No.
Alec,
Don't let them sell you on that bullshit, okay?
Alec,
Calcium,
chocolate
the
milk,
protein,
dude.
get those fucking calories, dude. It's good for you, okay?
True. He's not wrong at all. Whole milk is the shit, especially chocolate whole milk.
I
Ooh,
noticed
yes.
you're drinking 2%. Is that
I'm Sean. Milk hurts my belly.
What was that, Sean? No, what was your joke?
I noticed you're drinking 2%. Is that because you think you're fat? Because you're not. You could be drinking whole if you wanted to.
Napoleon Dynamite.
He's such a way with words.
Tina, you fat lard.
But yeah, no, whole milk is
Well,
where
it's
it's at.
real bad.
So what were you saying about it, Tim?
I was just saying that like it is good for you. It's got like more nutrients, less preservatives. So that's the way that everything is nowadays. Everything's got all these chemicals in it.
Mm-hmm.
You read the ingredients on like everything you buy, and if it's got this long list of stuff like cellulose gum and xanthan gum, you don't want to buy that stuff. It all builds up in you.
Mm-hmm.
I know Sean's probably got like a whole pantry full of supplemented xanthan gum. But
That's all you need.
I just
But
drink
whole milk-
straight xanthan gum.
I just drink straight from the cow's udder, and I get gains like that.
Lip to
That'd be
teat.
weird.
And then I milk flaxseed.
Lip to teat, bro.
Wait, do you guys know how they actually make like milk from nuts and stuff?
Yeah,
You know they actually do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, almond
milk
milk.
from-
It's literally just grind it up and processed until like almond milk is straight up almonds mixed with water ground up.
Yeah.
I was thinking the trees had nipples somewhere, but I could
No,
never.
no.
It
It's
just
like
might-
they
yeah,
grind
I
it
really
up and
find
put
it.
it in water, and then they put in like a milk bag, and then after a while it just seeps through the bag, and then it's
Yeah.
filtered.
like cheese.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go into the next one. Well, okay, so I'm not gonna lie. First, Tim, I want to do your hot take next. First I had eggs, but I changed it. So if you don't know the inside joke, Tim, we literally two podcasts ago. I don't know if you listened to it, but we spent pretty much the entire podcast talking about eggs. So, but I changed it to.
You missed out.
So, all right, Tim. So your hot take is barbecue sauce on pizza.
Oh, that does not sound good at all.
No?
I'll tell you why. So I either like salty like meat lovers pizza, so like bacon sausage and pepperoni, or I like spicy pizza, jalapenos or buffalo sauce. Barbecue sauce, that sounds horrible.
You wouldn't even do like a barbecue sauce with like chicken pizza or anything like that?
I'd give it a try because I'm
sounds
a
really
decent
good.
fella.
I
just can't do it.
The one barbecue sauce pizza I liked was barbecue sauce.
On my titties.
Yeah. Why do you think I liked it? It was barbecue sauce with chicken and pineapple. And I actually thought.
Oh, pineapple?
Really
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude.
I
thought it was pretty good.
On pizza.
Hawaiian pizza's good.
I love
Hawaiian
Hawaiian
pizza.
pizza.
Right, let's go with the hot take Hawaiian pizza.
There's another unpopular opinion for you.
Nah, dude, Hawaiian pizza.
I love Hawaiian pizza.
I grew up on that.
Gosh.
I got to kind of like short a funny story. Like, so my entire family, like, one night we ordered pizza, and we ordered like I think it was like a pepperoni pizza or something, and we got instead of Hawaiian pizza for some reason. We're like, all right, fuck it, we'll eat it anyways. And like from then on out, we always got Hawaiian pizza. I didn't even know what it was. I was like, why the hell is there pineapple on a pizza? I was like, okay, I'm a little kid and I'm fat, so I'm just gonna eat it anyways. And yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me tell you my experience with it. Okay, Sean, you want to go ahead? Yeah.
Well, real fast. I think Hawaiian pizza and pineapple on pizza, I think it tastes good. I'm just not a huge fan of the consistency of pineapple. I think that's what there's like. If I could just get a little bit of the juice to where it's not soggy, but you taste it, I think that'd be ideal.
It has to be done right. I think. Yeah, go for it, Tim.
Thing with me, I'll be honest. I can't really speak on pineapple pizza because I had like one of those freschetta frozen pizzas. Like whenever I need extra calories, I eat like an entire thing. And it's 2,500 calories, so it's great.
Damn.
I tried a pineapple and ham pizza. Try one just like a frozen oven pizza. So of course it tasted like butt cheeks, but also the pineapple was like
I don't know, butt cheeks don't taste bad.
salty pineapple. Is it supposed to be like that, or are you supposed to get like that sweet taste?
It's supposed to be sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had salty pineapple, and
It's probably because it tasted like butt cheeks, dude. You probably tasted those.
It just wasn't pineapple.
It was just straight butt cheek.
It's not as salty as yours usually sound.
I wonder what would happen if you were to dry pineapple, like you ever like dried fruit, like dried pineapple, and use that
chips
on the pineapple pizza.
Ooh,
good actually.
That
So,
actually sounds really good.
Dried fruit's kind of like eating like a bicycle seat, but with cane sugar.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Next topic.
right?
Next topic is for Antonio.
Oh boy.
Yo, what's up?
Your hot topic is anal. Go.
You just said hot topic.
I keep saying hot topic, bro. All right, we're going to hot topic. All right, hot take, anal, go.
Hot take, anal. Nice.
Let me put on my eyeliner first.
I need to paint my nails real quick.
Hot take, anal, go.
Hot take, anal is rad and probably one of the best holes to put yourself inside. Okay.
What?
Antonio, do you want to test it out?
One of probably top 6 holes.
It's gotta.
Well, Shaw, it depends on their age with you, right?
Definitely top 6.
He's not wrong.
Right behind belly button and left ear.
Holes to penetrate.
It's right behind belly button and left ear.
What about the right ear, Sean?
Too hard. The right ear isn't like it's too dry.
Exactly. If most people are left eared,
Well, obviously it's gonna be dry without proper foreplay.
That's true. You need to flick the ear a little.
If you play with the lobe enough, it opens it up for you.
It starts secreting fluid.
You got it, yeah, dude. It's all about the foreplay.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Gonna move on from that. Quickly.
Well, that's got real interesting. I was gonna think about that one tonight.
Yeah, well.
All right, Sean. Here's yours.
All right, finally.
Expensive beer.
I mean, I think it depends. I think it depends on the occasion. You know, if you're like traveling the world and you sit down in a bar and they notice, hey, you're an American. This beer is $10. Yeah, I mean, it's still the event, you know? You're like, well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and accept that. It's your authentic beer. But if I'm sitting at home trying to get drunk with my friends, I'm not going to be, drinking $20 beers. I'm going to be drinking Natty Lights and as much as possible.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I agree with
I
that.
think
I had a hot take for Sean.
Yep.
Nice.
It was gonna be 12-year-olds.
No, nice.
It's going to be what?
12-year-olds.
12?
Yeah,
12
12-year-olds.
one-year-olds? What about?
You tell
Yeah,
me.
Sean, what do you think about 12-year-olds?
Well, I mean, that'd be kind of a lot of babies, but I don't know. I mean, are you saying like I'd have to try to raise them, and are we talking raise like
say something other than raise?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was going to say too.
well,
Okay, so how would you raise them?
well, I guess you have to get a pretty willing mother because it's gonna be a lot. That's gonna be a lot of work on her while I'm at the bar.
Or a really tall ladder.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Guys,
Man, I'm gonna need a really big trench coat so they can come to the bar with me.
stack
I
all
need
12
a lot of fake
on each
IDs.
other.
Nah, dude, just duct tape
Yeah,
them
you
and
need
put them in a
one.
suitcase like the turtles.
Oh, nice.
Sam just put in the group chat a picture of Pope Francis, and it's a quote saying, "It takes a village to raise a child, but it takes a child to raise a penis."
Oh
my God.
Why is this picture on my computer?
How does this fall under the things that are okay to talk about in a podcast?
Yeah,
I mean-
good question.
Okay is such a loose term. It could really mean anything.
I guess
Is that Antonio's hot
I
take?
mean-
Is the word okay?
Hey,
No,
it
no,
does.
Oh, it's Alec now. Throwing
no.
up.
Stop.
Oh man, that
Dude.
was. Yeah, you drank. You almost had 3 Angry Orchards that night. I think.
Dude, kill yourself. No, I did not.
yeah,
Oh my
yeah, Sean,
God.
he only had 2, okay?
Yeah, two and a half.
I hate to break it to you guys, but we're only 30 minutes into this podcast.
Oh,
Dude,
right.
I'm having a blast. What do you
Let's
mean?
go-
Hate
yeah.
I
to
am
break
out.
it to
I'm
you.
out of
Go.
shit to talk about on paper right now, so we're
Let's
gonna
go
have to
back
wing
to hot
it.
take.
All
Let's
right,
keep going
hot
back to
take.
the hot takes.
Wait, no.
I didn't get a hot
Cats-
take yet.
Cats are
Brady, hot take, Heelys.
Amazing. Bring them back.
yes, agreed.
Like
Wait, I
honestly,
don't know.
Coolest kids
who
ever
wants
around
to
here.
who wants to wheel around a bike all day or carry a longboard around campus when you could literally just pop on some wheels to your shoes and get to class in 2 minutes? Honestly.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm more of a ripstick kind of guy.
Oh, I love
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like a
Ooh.
skateboard or something where you still have to carry it around everywhere you go.
Yeah, I mean,
You could just
they're-
pop off the wheels on your fucking awesome Heelys.
All right, here I got a question for you, Brady.
Fucking chill with the pictures. Nobody else knows why you're laughing.
Yeah, Sean, shut up. It's not even that funny.
Stop. Stop.
Oh my god! Fucking stop.
Okay.
Go, Tim.
I
Go.
apologize.
So before I forget what I was gonna say, all right. When do you think is the acceptable age to get your kid a cell phone?
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
man.
I'd say
19.
I'd say like 12 or 14, 12 or 13, but not like too early because otherwise they're just gonna be.
I think it,
Are you
You were-
talking about how old I would give my child if I had one now, or
Sam had it
Or-
right the first time.
I'd say probably, yeah.
Sam
or
had
like
it right the
if
first
when
time.
I'm an adult, what age I'm gonna give them?
13, you know what I said?
well, it's really
I
a
think-
matter of when you're okay with them watching porn. Honestly,
Right.
If you
Yeah,
think about
true.
it.
I think Sam had it right the first time when he said 12 or 14 because you can't give it to him on an odd number.
Yeah, 13 is also like unlucky. Like I never stop my sets during weightlifting on 13 because
Yeah,
I'm superstitious.
it's nobody does that. You have 10 fingers for a reason
Why?
You can
Why
fit
do
all
10
10 of them
fingers,
in your
Sean?
ass.
because it's an
Because there's
even
10
number.
holes.
13 is too much.
Yeah,
Sean can't count
So
past
God's
10.
creating you, and he's just like, all right, 10's a pretty easy number to count to. Let's just go with that.
and I know what some of you nerds are thinking. It's actually 8 fingers and 2 thumbs. Well, you know what? Both of those are even numbers too.
Ooh.
He's not wrong.
So
Hot
go
take.
ahead and steam your jeans, bro.
And we have 2 balls.
Hot take. Fingers are dope.
Well,
Wait, you're only supposed to have 2?
wait, you can have up to 2?
Wait, you're only supposed to have 2?
Wait, you can have more than 2?
You can have more than 0?
Wait, people have only 2?
Hey, wait, what year is
What's
it?
a ball?
Who am I?
Who is
Alec?
he?
Shoot, dude, I'm
Wow.
wait.
Wow,
okay,
this one.
hey, let's,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Now we're just kind of saying words. This is
Having,
Yeah.
having existential
Alright.
crises
Okay,
for
wait,
others.
I have a, I want everybody's opinion on this. Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
dogs.
Cats.
Let's
My
mind.
cats
I
are
need.
cool,
Yeah,
dude.
Tim's definitely a cat guy.
Well, Tim's cats are cool. Most cats are.
I like all your dogs. So
I was so close to getting a dog here in Norfolk, but to get an apartment that allows pets, it's just gonna cost too much. But I was
Right.
really close, man. I was like, it would be so nice because I'm gonna be living by myself, and
Yeah,
like it would
and
be
having a dog would be fun.
so awesome to just have a freaking dog and just be like best friends and like just live with that dog, dude. I think
Yeah,
Get like a
sick.
bird. Dude, get a bird. That way when it talks, they can't even tell it's an animal.
If I got a bird,
Dude,
though, you'd
birds
have
are
to
the-
sit there. You'd have to sit there and say like whatever you want it to say. You'd have to talk to it for like 2 days and just say the same sentence over and over again.
birds
No,
are pretty
F
cool.
that.
Though,
F
honestly.
You can use
birds.
it-
No, birds are literally the shittiest animals ever, okay?
Oh my God,
Literally,
I care what
stop,
Alex
stop,
thinks.
stop.
That's why you
Look, guys. Remember Tommy? You know Tommy, our friend Tommy?
Yeah.
He has to go
yeah.
and fucking buy new freaking parakeets all the time. Why? Because they fly into the windows and kill themselves like every other week.
Like
Who's
every other
Tommy?
animal would.
No birds.
Who's Tommy?
Who's
I know, right?
bird?
Who's Alec?
So
What's
what?
a window?
Never mind.
My opinion, I'm actually like stuck
Nice,
between
okay.
because like dogs are amazing, but also I know a few cats in my life that are pretty awesome.
Honestly,
My,
a cat craze with all those pictures of my cats. Just
I don't know. If you don't actually care about the animal and don't want to actually deal with it, cats are cool. Like literally, we just
That's a
have to
very-
like let them outside and then let them inside and then have a
Literally,
bowl of
dude,
food
my
ready
cats
for them.
don't go
That's it.
outside.
Yeah,
and I just
it
like
depends where you
snuggle with
live.
them all night.
because I know Tim, you have issues with when you have cats and them just.
Yeah, I had
Willingly
a couple
just running
cats. They
to the
both got hit
road.
by the card. So the ones we have now,
Oh
we keep
right,
in the
you
house.
live literally right next to like a main road though, so
Yeah,
that
I'm
makes
right off of.
sense. I
I'm
get
right
that.
off of- yeah,
I
it's
thought-
kind of a shit show.
they have 9 lives
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, but those
Yeah,
cars,
so-
man, they run over them 9 times at once. It's like real sad.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
every time
usually
I
people
run
that
over
drive
a
on that
cat,
road
I
usually
back
have-
up and then run over it 8 more times.
Yeah, like oh my god, did I just hit a cat?
Let me
We'll
make
go
sure.
check.
Even not living on a main road, I have a 3-legged cat because it's already gotten hit by a car.
Yeah,
Jeez,
I
it's
think-
so
I mean-
loud.
Cat's got 3 legs now, and it's awesome.
Yeah, his tripod is pretty nice.
I'm
was my
kind of
nickname in
biased
high
when it comes to
school.
cat and dogs. Only like really because I've only lived with dogs, and I've lived with dogs my entire life.
Yeah,
Right.
I,
You get your cat fixed when you come over here.
I had a childhood cat, and then me and my sister got allergic, and we got rid of it. And then I tried having a cat like 2 years ago, and it tried to kill me when I
Yeah.
slept. So, because I'm still allergic to cats.
Unpopular.
Who was
But
it? Was it?
now-
Wait. Wasn't one of us like? Didn't one of us have like a cat that was living under?
That was Antonio.
It was
Yeah.
Antonio. Weren't you like hiding him?
Uh.
Weren't you hiding him from your parents or something?
No, I mean I was definitely going to, but then my mom said they said I didn't have to. But then I couldn't breathe because I'm allergic to cats. So, to be fair, I'm allergic to dogs too.
We have 3 of them though, so.
Dude, it's like, okay, I went to the allergist. What do doctors know, first of all? Because like
I
she
know.
was like, oh, you can get allergy shots. You have to come in here like once every week for like 4 years, and then by the 4th year you won't be allergic anymore. And I'm like, okay, how does that work? She's like, basically, we're injecting you with cats so that it'll build up your tolerance to them.
And
Like,
Tony
okay,
just starts meowing.
no, okay, hold on. So then I was like, okay, so what would be the benefit of doing the allergy shots over just actually spending time around cats? And she's like, oh, actually, nothing. In fact, the shots might not even work as well as that because when you're petting a cat, you're not exposed to it the same way it does when you get shots.
Kind
So
of
you're
like
telling me
milk.
that
Yeah.
But what do I know? I'm just a
expose
doctor.
myself.
Yeah, doctors don't know shit.
Well then.
So you tell me that if I rub poison sumac on my like nuts per se, enough it'll just stop being allergic to it.
Probably.
Well,
if you
I'm not gonna. Forget it.
Well, yeah, I guess that's
Forget
how
it, Sean. Forget it, Sean.
I'm gonna sound like a
Gosh.
nerd. I'm gonna sound like a nerd if I tell you.
You are a nerd.
Say it.
Fine. Tell us. You don't ever.
You know
It's
what?
nothing
Fine.
we
I'm
don't
gonna
already
give it.
know.
Fine.
wait, is it true?
It's not a reaction. It's a chemical that gets in your skin. When you wash it off, it is not contagious. There, I said it.
But poison
He's
sumac?
not wrong.
Yeah.
I think sumac is, and the poison ivy and poison oak aren't because
I
it's
thought
like
they're
you can
all- I thought they were all
you
the
can get
same
one-
way.
you can't get the other two or something like that.
Yeah, I
So
thought that
just-
if you're allergic to one of them, you can't get all of
No,
them.
no, it's poison ivy. If you're allergic to that, you can get all of them except sumac. Same with oak.
Yeah, I thought poison oak and poison ivy were both basically the same thing when it comes to like.
So I
Yeah,
can get
reaction.
poison sumac, but I can't get poison ivy or poison oak. But then
Okay.
again, I always seem to find poison sumac, and I get it like airborne.
Mm.
TP, it's like really bad. Like my nipples were covered over the winter. That was rough.
How'd you get it in your
Like,
nipple?
talking like down, and it was just like in the air, and so my entire body.
Okay. How did you get it in your nipples?
I don't know, but it was really bad.
Like
He
out of
had it
all
on
the
his hands,
places-
and then at the middle of the night, he just,
I'm just saying, like one time my nips started itching really bad when I was like taking my like hour-long poo after my workout, and I just started like really itching it, and eventually it just broke out all over the place. I'm like,
Maybe
oh,
that's just a
I guess
staph
I gotta keep my
infection
shirt
you
on.
got from the gym.
probably. It's probably
Yeah, maybe it's just a
Explains
yeast
my loss
infection
of
you
limb.
got at the gym.
dude,
What is your
Maybe it's
guys'
just tapeworm.
What is your guys' worst experiences with getting an infection of some sort?
Oh, I got poison sumac on my nipple. That was really
That
bad.
time
so
I
bad.
had 2 ear infections, and one in the
oh, here I'm about to say something disgusting.
Go for it.
Alright, so I have really bad earwax problems, right?
Oh, that's hot.
So
Okay,
I have to
go
get my
on.
ears like jerk or like they shoot water into my
What?
ears to shoot the
get my
What
ears
with your
jerked
ears?
off.
no they shoot water into my ears to shoot the stuff out.
So
Yo,
what
do
was
you
it
make
now?
candles out of
They
it?
douche your ears? Or no,
Yo.
they give your ears an enema?
Yo,
Yes.
Sam,
Oh
can you make me
man,
some crayons?
Yeah, but to continue my story, since you guys want to be asshats,
Okay.
apparently like I didn't do it for so long, and I had an ear infection that I didn't know about, and it was there for like at least 3 or 4 years. And I was
Oh
like,
my
why does
God.
my ear hurt so damn bad? And apparently I've lost part of my hearing because of it.
Oh man.
Dude, that's pretty gnarly.
Yeah, it's great. Now I wish I lost enough of it so I didn't have to hear your voice, Alec.
Yeah,
I remember- My
it's near
worst.
your right ear. That's where Al comes out of. Sorry, Sean. What?
Well, I think my worst infection was probably. Do you remember Alec specifically? I think it was
when you got
sophomore
blood
year.
poisoning?
Yeah, yeah.
Dude,
When I got that
yes.
infection on my wrist, and my mom was in Chicago, so no one was there to tell me I should like go to the hospital.
Yeah.
And I was like I had this bump on my arm. I thought it was like a bug bite or something. And then I went over to the Justin's 16th birthday party, and I fell asleep. I woke up and my arm above my head and my armpit hurt. When I pulled my arm back down, I'm like, oh man, what is that? Why am I so sore? What did I do last night? And I look and like my arm has red streaks going up it. I realized it was like the veins were all red.
Oh.
And I'm like, what the heck? So I gotta, obviously just pull my sleeve down a little bit more. And I go home, just kind of not worrying about it.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Exactly. My mom comes home the next day, and the first thing she does, she walks in the door, I like give her a hug, say, hi, how was the trip? And she looks at my arm, she goes, what is that? I'm like, oh, I don't know. She cuts me off, says, we're going to the hospital. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? I'm not going to the hospital. I end up convincing her to go to the emergency care. We sit down in the clinic. The guy looks at it for literally 10 seconds. This is Indian guy, and he looks at it and he goes, yes. So we're actually going to have to go to the hospital because this is a very, very bad infection, and it's in the bloodstream, and it could be fatal if we don't deal with it immediately.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, oh, well, that's kind of not good. I guess you should go to the hospital, Mom. And and so we end up going to Shady Grove. And we walk in, and it's kind of like a little bit nerve-wracking when people who mean nothing start telling you things. Like we get in there, tell the lady at the front desk what's up, and she's not a doctor or nurse or anything. She's like, what are you in for? And I'll tell her, like, I got this infection in my arm, and show the arm. And she goes, okay, I'm not supposed to say this because I'm not a doctor, but you're going to be here for a few days. I'm like, all right, why are you saying that then? You're not a doctor. Long story short, they put me in the nice room in the pediatric center. They got the TV to yourself.
They get you the Make-A-Wish Foundation guy, so
Yeah,
you knew you were going to die.
Exactly. Exactly. Like I had my own bathroom, like a queen-size bed, an Xbox, all these movies. The lady who would bring me
I have all this stuff, and is that Captain America?
the Avengers.
Wow, Spider-Man!
The lady who was bringing me food, she like brings in the menu, and she goes, okay, here's the deal, honey. I know, you're a big boy, so if you want any more than just what's here, just write it down on the bottom. I'll see what I can do. And if you want any more of any one thing, just circle it and write the amount of servings next to it, and I'll make sure you get that many servings.
I know where this is going.
Dude, you peaked in that hospital.
It was incredible. I'm sitting here getting like 8 servings of meatloaf. They got like 3 people walking in my room with carts, like room service. With a freaking smorgasbord. I'm watching King of the Hill 24/7. I'm there for 4 days. I was there for 4 days with an IV in my arm. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It sucked to leave.
Oh man, it did. I didn't want to. It was the only thing that sucked was the IV because it was right on my like inner elbow. I guess you can call that.
Yeah.
So I go to sleep and my arm, I go to bend it and I could feel it like poking my inside.
Stop.
Nice. And when they took it out, it was like all bent. So they had to take it out like an angle.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a little whack. I didn't like that too much.
I'm gonna come.
But all in all, good experience. I gave Shady Grove 5 stars on Yelp for that one.
Dude,
nice.
For saving your life from
Dude, that's where I was
freaking cardiovascular infection.
That time during my ACL surgery when the Indian nurse just walked up to me, didn't say a word, ripped off my underwear, and then she put a nerve block in my groin.
What? Put it on your pet, boy.
I think the worst infection I got, I had a ingrown toenail.
Oh,
and
those are so bad.
it got a staph infection.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
It was so everyone's had an infected, like we've all had ingrown toenails, and at least for me, usually usually I'll just do my freaking home surgery remedy where I just rip the fucker out.
Yeah, that's what I do.
But this time, I did that, and it was a couple of days go by, and it's still inflated, it's still red and stuff, and then it goes green, so I'm like, oh, that's kind of nasty. It's all the pus and shit. And then I tell him, I was like, it's been like 2 weeks now, and I'm like, all right, this thing's definitely pretty fucked up. And I go tell my mom, she's like, yeah, we'll go to urgent care, get it checked out. That was the most pain I've felt in so long. They had to get like a swab of it, and for them to do that, they had to squeeze it really hard.
Oh, nice.
Oh my God, dude!
Yowzers.
Like she was
Yowzers.
like, dude, it was like, I can't explain the pain, but like I was actually like cringing. Like I'd never cringed that hard for like something, and eventually I got like that was like the only time I've had to get surgery on my toe, and it was pretty cool. They like that stuff where they put it on after they cut it out and like it doesn't grow back.
Yeah, I need to.
But that was probably the worst infection I've had.
I've been extremely lucky when it comes to all that stuff. Like playing high school sports and stuff like that. I never like playing football. I know our football team came down with like a couple of like
Yeah, I heard.
we had a hand, foot, and mouth outbreak. I think.
Yeah.
And then I think a
Jeez,
couple of
team.
staph infections or
Yeah, I remember that.
no, MRSA, I think it was.
Something
Holy.
like that. It was pretty rough. It was the
Like a
locker
couple
room.
times.
That's
a
what I
couple
had on my
times
wrist.
those happen.
I
But,
think it was because
Like
of like
luckily-
the locker rooms.
yeah. Well, yeah, that's where the stuff
Like that
usually
hockey.
ends up getting.
And
But
the wrestling mats.
yes,
Yeah,
you gotta be real diligent about that. But
Mhm.
I don't know. Thankfully, I've been pretty lucky. I've never really gotten anything bad like that.
Yeah.
Never really gotten any of those horrible diseases.
You just have a strong ass immune system.
Dude, I do. I subject myself to gross shit, dude. And
Yeah, I
that's
eat
how you
rocks
build that
True.
stuff up.
I
I just snort dirt, dude.
and lick park benches.
Yeah, you gotta lick,
And lick
lick a
toilets.
toilet seat a day, man.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
yeah,
Toilet
That
seat a day keeps
episode
you
of
back.
iCarly where they come in and see Sam sick and go, "Did Sam lick another swing set?"
What? Oh my god.
iCarly was such a good show.
Oh,
But Tim was
man.
saying something.
yeah. So I too have gotten really lucky, like same as Alec. Like I mean, I'm a hockey player, so like the locker rooms are just
That
disgusting.
gets nasty, yeah.
I've had some like open sores in the locker room, which has been like a bad idea. Like,
Yeah.
but I've never gotten anything. But yeah, again, like MRSA and staph are like seriously, honestly, as well as like the stuff called the mumps, which a lot of like pro players get.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
my dad got the mumps.
Gotten any of that, but I did have, and this was last summer. So this is a golf course work story. I was so there's this machine called an aerator. Basically, it's loud, it's slow as shit, and it pokes holes in the ground.
Yep.
Of our tees, and one of the tees is swarmed with cicada killer holes.
Ooh.
And
those
I'm
big
terrified.
bad
First
boys.
off, I'm terrified of bees, but I have to aerate this tee where they're all burrowing in the ground and probably piss them all off.
You drive right
So
over
I
them
call
with
my-
the heavy
No,
machinery.
no, not drive over it. You walk with it, and it walks less than like half walking speed. So if you
Oh,
don't want to get
no.
stung, you're fucked.
You
So
weren't a
I
bee
call-
suit.
So I call my boss and I'm like, "Hey Ed, I'm horrified of bees, and they're all over the place. Like, I have to aerate the seat. What do I do?" And these are like cicada killers. They're huge, and you can like see their stingers, like almost an inch long.
Yeah.
Like he's like, "Oh, those are cicada killers. They won't sting you. Like unless you hold them in your hand and like shake them around, they won't sting you." The T, I get one right on the tricep. I just get like it's like getting slugged and like hit by like a sledgehammer with like a
Ugh.
straight in the arm. Oh, it's horrible. And I pulled it off, and I pulled the stinger out. And I thought I pulled the whole thing out, but you know how like you pull a thorn out, half it might stay in. It's like a splinter.
Yeah.
Well, apparently a big chunk of the stinger like stayed in my tricep, and I had no idea, and I like couldn't make the connection because for a couple weeks, boil right there, and I'd squeeze it, and it would just like shoot out all this nasty stuff. I'm like, geez, it's just this zit that won't go away. Then one day it was really big, and I just gave it like a good like little slice with my my trusty K-bar, just cut down a little bit.
Nice.
Half the stinger comes flying out, and I was like, oh shit. This guy's been kind of like feeding me like venom or whatever they carry.
This guy's
Bad.
been
It was
very
actually
slowly killing me the past few
it
days.
was kind of like fascinating, you know, because like I don't know about you guys, but I kind of find satisfaction out of popping stuff.
Yeah,
I do
dude.
too.
Oh
Same.
yeah.
Mm.
It's painful as shit. It hurts so bad, like every single time. I didn't know why it hurt so bad. It's probably because the stinger like stabbed some of my my muscular tissue.
Mm.
You know, that's all.
Right.
That's oof, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of horrifying. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
That's not.
weirded
That's
out.
not nearly as bad as yours, Sean.
Yeah.
Well, I remember. I mean, mine wasn't that painful. Is the thing though. But I remember like
No, you just
what
could
was
have
weird.
died.
Well, what was weird about it?
He could
What was
just
weird-
instantly died at any point.
One more day and you were just toast, dude.
Yeah, I mean, what was weird about it though was like I did not feel that bad, right? But then once like I got the IV in for a few hours and I started to feel better, I realized how awful I did feel. And it's weird to think about that. Like I was straight up dying and I just had no idea. I'm like, oh man, I just feel like drowsy, like I felt like I could just go to sleep, and I guess I would have just fallen asleep and not woken up. just lay down, and that's it. That's all she wrote.
Well, there you go. If you know you're gonna die soon, just never go to bed. You'll never die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Problem
Dude, Sean,
solved.
Do you remember showing up to football practice with your freaking arms like that?
No,
I
didn't.
remember you showing up to practice, and it was on like the grass practice fields, dude. And your arms, like your veins were like, they were like red or black.
Oh.
Remember that?
Well, I do remember having the cut, like, and showing people because it was like raised up on my wrist. I'm like, damn, look at this, it's like a bug bite or something.
Right.
But I
Oh,
don't-
yeah, and it was from that cut.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't remember being on the field with the streaks though, but maybe.
Oh, you
Sean's
might have
just-
been. I do.
Sean's just out of school the next few days. Yo, Sean, where you been? Oh, remember that bug bite? It was blood
Oh,
poisoning.
yeah, that's straight up what happened. I thought that was the funniest thing ever. I texted Coach Rich. I texted him. I was like, hey, Coach, I'm not going to be at practice tonight. I apologize. I'm in the hospital with blood poisoning. And he texted me back. He's like, what? Are you okay? And as soon as like he texted me back, I got brought back, so I couldn't text or anything. I felt bad though. Apparently, he got like a double quarter pounder for me with
Oh
cheese.
man.
And he went to FMH because he figured I'd be there, but I wasn't there. So he drove all the way to FMH. Yeah, I felt bad.
Damn, what a
I know. What a
Dude,
nice
Coach,
guy.
remember
Yeah,
when
what a
we
nice guy.
were we there? Or were you there at that like we had not like a vigil because he didn't die. But remember when Cody went down with that brain aneurysm at the Urbana game?
I remember
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
That was
He
Oh,
was in the
yeah.
hospital. They flew him on in the helicopter to the hospital.
Yeah,
Um,
they landed it on the Urbana football field.
Yes, and they
That was
picked him up.
crazy.
that was crazy.
And
Was there a banner or
yes,
Yeah, it was
at
at Urbana.
It was Urbana, yeah.
okay?
Because
Yeah,
remember,
and,
football game I went to.
They had a
And
ton
I
of
remember
Oh,
Coach
geez.
Rich, because Coach Rich is what? He's a pastor, when he's
Yeah.
not coaching.
right.
And and he invited everyone to go, listen in and do some praying or whatever. I can't remember where. It was
That's-
at
It was probably at Newmarket Middle. That's where he does his sermons.
yes, that's where it was.
Yeah, that's
And
where.
I just remember being with like a lot of the team, and like that was like basically the most like religious, like the most religious setting I've ever been in, really, because I didn't really grow up going to church or anything like that. And boy,
Yeah.
dude, that was like that felt like special.
Mm-hmm.
We were all
Yeah.
just
That it's funny you say that because before that actually happened in the game, my whole family was at that game, and my little brother was playing under the bleachers, and you know how they have like all like the support beams and crossbars and stuff. Well, he
Right.
stood up, and he freaking put a huge ass crack in his head, and like the trainers were like trying to help him out real bad because it was bleeding real bad from the head, and he actually he had to go to the urgent. He had to get like 6 staples in his head that same night. So it was a pretty hectic night, dude.
Dang.
People just dropping like flies.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
they had to turn the lights out for Cody.
Yeah, they had to
Yeah.
like kill
And
all the
that's-
lights on the field and everything.
Yep, and that's exactly what happened. Is he just dropped like a fly because it was
Did he-
so weird because he didn't
didn't
get hit. This I think from what like people talked about is that this must have like been a condition he had
Unknowingly.
basically that
what
like he had
happened-
had some like abrasion or something building up in his brain for just like a long time, and it just happened to like burst then.
Yeah.
Well,
But
what
Yeah, Sean.
Real fast. I mean, what I heard, because I know he's had a couple concussions in the past, and I guess what had happened a few plays before, he hit his head real hard. He ended up hitting a guy head on, and then he stayed in and was kind of delirious, and then just a little hit. That's all she wrote, and he was done.
I think what Sean just said is more what I remember it was.
I think that makes
That's
a
what I
lot. I
remember
think
it
that's a
was.
lot more.
Yeah.
Kind of exactly.
That's what it was.
Doug's wrong.
Yeah, go ahead.
What did we say? What did we say before? Did we
You
say
said
what
he
it
had
was?
some
What
sort
did
of
you say?
condition.
I mean, I think it could be something.
No, that it was
unknowing.
no, that's what it was. That he had had concussions and stuff. That he had hit his head, and somehow that had created some sort of like abrasion or like some big basically like an abscess or something in his brain, and just from the repeated hittings, like the beatings that it took, and that he had just because he didn't really hit his head that hard. I didn't think at all during the game, and it just went.
He did. I mean, he did. He did a few plays. Yeah, he did. I
remember watching the film.
I mean, I talked to him about it though afterwards, and
but it wasn't. My point is that no matter how hard, that his brain just wouldn't have blown up from just taking one hit, because it wasn't that big enough. Like it wasn't like a gigantic hit.
Yeah, no, he didn't get like.
It was something it was something caused by previous impacts to his head. So it was kind of building up. It was sort of like an inevitable type thing, I thought. It wasn't just he was totally fine up until the Urbana game when he got hit, and then he had the aneurysm. It was like stuff building up, and then it culminated in the aneurysm at the Urbana game.
Yeah.
Was it an actual aneurysm?
Yeah, I think so.
An aneurysm. He survived an aneurysm?
It was like a busted. It was busted blood vessels in his brain.
Close.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Actually,
and he's like totally fine now.
Yeah, I see him.
Yep.
That's
totally absolutely fine.
He is really big.
That's like a miracle. That's a miracle.
Yes, it was a miracle. That's why he was such a
I didn't know. I didn't know it was a literal aneurysm. That's like that's Archer's number one fear.
Sean, you remember how he got helicoptered off the field instead of driven to a hospital?
Hey, F-head. God damn it. Yeah, I remember that. I was there. I was there.
Me too.
Let me pay attention.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of brain injuries. It's not just aneurysm and concussion.
Yeah, but how many would you get helicoptered out for?
Concussion? A bad concussion will helicopter you out. Yes, it will. Without a doubt. You get your lights knocked out of you, you're black, you're done. For over, 10 seconds, they're helicoptering you out of there.
Yeah.
So there isn't brain damage or anything.
Yeah.
Let's see, it just says here, I looked it up, just aneurysm is just an abnormal bulging in an artery. So,
Also, I just would like to say...
That just causes extra blood flow into the brain, which can flood it.
Yeah.
I just would like to say, whenever I got hit in the head in hockey, coach would take me off the ice, say, "What's your name?" And I'd tell them, and then they'd be like, "All right, get back out there."
Yeah.
But they never asked me that. They kind of wanted me to get hurt.
But no, I definitely knew it was some type of bleeding in the brain.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I knew that much I know.
Didn't he have to get part of his brain removed or something?
I think
they had to go into his skull. Yeah.
Yeah, they had to do a surgery.
They had to open him up.
Like I was pretty sure they had to take like a chunk from one's brain out.
I feel like this story is getting modified a little bit. I feel like it's become a little bit.
The only reason I think that is because I remember them kind of saying pretty specifically which side it was. I don't remember which side it was, but I remember that being something that they said a lot. So
no, he definitely had brain bleeding, and he definitely had to go into surgery where they opened up his skull because he came back to school finally, and he had basically his head was totally shaved, and he had staples, running around like on the top of his head from where they opened him up.
Yeah.
All right.
It was crazy.
I think with that we can go ahead and close the podcast. I think.
Wow.
Just
How did we start talking about this?
I think we talked about infections, and then we went on to I guess some injuries here and there. And I think we got to that.
I'll take Brady. Do you sleep? What temperature room do you sleep in?
What temperature room? Nothing exact, just cold as fuck.
Cold.
The colder the better.
That's right. That is correct.
Just making sure you guys agree.
68 degrees.
All right, so I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and close this hoe out.
Good luck. Good luck.
All right, quick kick Sean. All right, thank you for listening. If you've made it this far, I'm gonna give the audience a hot take, and I'm gonna give them the hot take of V-necks. Comment down below. Best comment gets pinned. Anyways, thank you for watching / listening up to this point. If you've listened to the whole podcast, you're an absolute unit. Follow us on Twitter at BWDWK_podcast. We're posting basically just memes of Alec, and whenever we post a new podcast.
Nice.
If you want to submit a meme of Alec, go for it.
Ooh, let's not, Chief.
Don't worry, Alec doesn't have feelings. Be as brutal as you'd like.
Oh, that's true. Right. Yeah, I don't feel. I'm literally a robot.
It doesn't matter if he does.
The only time we'll know is when it's too late. So
yeah, we don't care anyways. So anyways, thank you again for listening. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and we will see you next Sunday. Bye.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.